Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to us young brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers, the listeners that have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. What I want to do is go into a quick lesson, of this article I seen on RT, dealing with this sports analyst and writer, journalist, whatever you want to call, Jemele Hill, which, I'm familiar with him, from a show, on ESPN. She did with this guy, I think his name was Michael Smith, where she was a sports analyst and, TV personality for ESPN, but what she says, shows you that the majority of our women, especially the so-called black woman, especially the career, black woman in America does not, want the Israelite man, to come into any type of power or authority, man. All right, they're fully, in agreements, with the Israelite man being at the bottom of the bottom, and them, flourishing, the so-called black woman flourishing, within this society, man, with the opportunity that are given to them, by the serpent, which, going back to the garden, all right, the serpent gave Eve this mindset of being liberated, of being equal, having options, playing the field, being, focused on the career, and ruling and, being in power, and we see, that has fully manifested in this time. Now, all right, that's just the article, just the title of the article, shows you where the mind of the majority of our women are at when it says black men don't want equality but better access to patriarchy, says Atlantic writer Jemele Hill, sparking backlash. Now, we're going to get into what patriarchy is, man, but, at the end of the day, all right, we don't want equality. You see, the house of David is a different breed of Israelite men in the earth, because you have our people marching for equality. We don't want equality, man. We want to overthrow and we want rulership, you see, under Yahweh Shai, but you read, the article, really don't say much, we're just going to deal with patriarchy, but ultimately what she's saying is, that we're wrong, for wanting, patriarchy, which that's the way that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, set up, all right, a nation, all right, our nation to be ran, is by the men, so you have another, what's her name, Pam Keith, which I think she's a nigger woman as well, but she's, agrees with Jemele Hill, and she says the men that think like that are supporters of Donald Trump. Now, the up and coming elder, Pagash in DC, he did make the statement, that Trump does, have a masculine energy about itself, which, like I say, manhood is manhood regardless, man, and at the end of the day, all right, we're coming back as Israelite men, coming back into our masculinity. Now, we don't give a damn about Trump, but when you look at Trump, he does have a masculinity about himself, man. He's going into slavery, he's going to also be, destroyed off the face of the earth, but just dealing with masculinity, he does display that, which offends a lot of people, what they call toxic masculinity. Now, let's deal with this word, patriarchy, man, because when you go into Black Lives Matter, they want to destroy, all right, the Israelite man from being the head, man, which is mostly destroyed, but they just really want to finish it off, man, Now, let's go to patriarchy. It says a system of society or government in which the father or eldest male is head of the family and descent is traced through the male line. All right, going to what, man? The scriptures. We're gonna get it. It says a system or society or well, let's deal with this first. let's deal with this first, and then we'll go into some precepts to back the second part up. All right, so the first definition: a system of society or government in which the father or eldest male is head of the family and descendant is traced through the male line. So let's see, all right, what the scripture says about that, man. All right, you go to Numbers chapter 1, all right, and 18. All right, Numbers 1 and 18, it says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls, man. So the pedigree was determined, all right, after the house of their fathers. You see, the reason why, the women of Israel will get to enjoy the kingdom is because their fathers, all right, will inherit the promise. The men of Israel will inherit the promise, and women, all right, will be, all right, our women, the Israelite woman, all right, will get to enjoy all the perks and privileges of the kingdom of the Israelite man, but the inheritance goes to that man, goes to the men, we're gonna get that. All right, so you go into, all right, pedigrees, because like I say, this is nothing to bash women, but just put things in proper perspective. All right, to put things in proper perspective, man. Let me see what it says about pedigree. Say to bear, to bring forth, to beget, gender. All right, travail, to bear, to bring forth, of childbirth. It doesn't go into much, but that pedigree deals, with your line, with your lineage, because each Israelite goes back to the loins of one of these 12 patriarchs, and those 12 patriarchs goes back to the loins of Jacob, and Jacob came out of the loins of Isaac, and Isaac came out of the loins of Abraham. You see, the Most High passes the inheritance through the line of men, all right, through the lineage of men, so the Lord is dealing with patriarchy, man. You see, and it says, reading on, it says a system of society or government in which men hold the power and women are largely excluded from it. Yeah, man, because the women, all right, shouldn't be in a place of authority over a man running the nation, man. Women have their order. They have things that they're over, but it's not over the man, and it's not making decisions, all right, for the whole nation, man. Because we see the results of that, man. Why you think you got Tekashi 6ix9ine, Kodak Black, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all right? All these, your average nigga you see smoking a black a mile, all right, ready to ruin somebody's life at the gas station, man. Because this is our people, all right, are led by the opinions and the emotions of a woman, man. All right, that's why you see that our people in the condition that they're in, man. All right, women ruling over us has destroyed us, man. Let's get it in the scriptures, man. But that's not going to be so in the kingdom to come. All right, so you get Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy path, man. So the so-called white man, all right, which is likened to a child, irresponsible child ruling the earth, all right, and the women of our nation rule over the Israelite man, and it has led our nation astray, man. But now we're getting back into that order, all right, as we getting ready to inherit the promises from Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah. But it begins with the man, all right, getting in order, man. The nation, all right, of Israel coming back into, all right, their glory it started with the man getting himself in order, man, and leading the way. It said, this is 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. It said, but I will have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High. See, that's the order. You see, that's the order. That's the order that the kingdom will run for eternity, man. And it's going to be a beautiful order, man, that women are going to enjoy it. Women are going to love it. All right, even Jamel Hill, which most likely she gonna be put to death. All right, when she comes back in the kingdom, she's gonna love the way that system is set up, man. All right, you're not gonna have to be a sports analyst and all this madness and work a job, in this wicked kingdom, man. No, you're gonna be set up from birth, man. And you're gonna be in order. You see, but it starts with the men, So who is the Most High dealing with? All right, as far as getting things back in order. All right, this is Proverbs 8:1. It says, "Doth not wisdom cry and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places by the way in the places of the path. She crieth at the gates and at the entry of a city and at the coming at the doors." Yeah, and that's why you see men out there on the highways and byways in the chief place of the city, man. All right, the modern time gates of the city, man. All right, and it says, "Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men." So the Lord has his prophets out there really to call them to the men, for the men to get themselves together under Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Because when we get ourselves together as men, then the nation gonna be together, man. The nation gonna flourish, man. It ain't just to shit on women and step on women and oppress women. No, man, that's part of the doctrine of the serpent that beguiled Eve, man. To make it seem as if the man, all right, being in power and authority is oppressive to the woman, man. All right, that's part of the guile of the serpent, man. This is Ezekiel 33, 34, and 31, and it says, "And ye my flock, the flock of my pastor are men, and I am your power, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Al Shai." Yeah, so when the men of Israel tap into our power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, the woman gonna be good, man. You think we're not gonna take care of the women that's in order, man? Our women gonna be beyond joyous, man. Our women gonna be beyond straight, man. But it starts with the man, all right, getting himself in order, man, and the government will be ran by the men. Let's go to Revelation 21:3. What does it say? All right, this is Revelation 21:3, and it says, "And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power." So the Most High tabernacle, his government, his leaders of his nation are all men, and these men, all right, will run the nation in righteousness, and the whole nation, all right, will flourish and be in joy, man, under their order, man. So a patriarchy, all right, is a part of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai's system in running his government, man. You see? But this matriarchy with the woman, being the head, Big Mama, everybody stop when Big Mama talk. See, this is part of this world, and really that's Satanism, man. So we getting back into that righteous way, man, with the man being the head, man. So that I just want to bring that out, Lord willing, edifying. Till next time, Shalom.